I'm doing those things. I'm doing those things. Because this is my probably one only chance for a really long time. I don't want to wait another 144,000 years. So I was there and insisting 4 times. And he didn't let me in, of course. So there will be fifth attempt. If you do those attempts like a normal human without help of any other devi, which is appropriate for this job, you will stay there. And when you will stay there, your body here will die, like bodies of the yogis, which were in that by themselves. They were alone. Don't try this at home. Don't do it in Isha center or any other ashram, because the sages will have problems from it. Sadhguru is really scared that if someone will succeed there, that he will have the problems with the corpses, which he probably may have. But there's not much people who are able to succeed. But if he will allow them what he denied to me, then not him, his Brahmanis, you. And even when they denied me to chant Nirvana Shatakam in Dhyanalinga, I was chanting in my mind, and they were systematically pushing to me by the finger in the ripple mode. Those little ripples from inside muscles, which you don't even know that those muscles exist in your body. It's impossible to activate them by any other way than this one. And I was 2 times when I was there in this state, and they every time little pushed on me, so I dropped back. I was so close. We'll do it another way. We'll do it another way. Even when I embodied, he chosen this body. So he came when I was 2 years of age. So I'm like that from my 2 years of age, all my life. Undercover. Because I, from certain circumstances, had to step out. Someone's outside. She's hellhound. Kali hellhound. If he kills me, you will know that there are only demons left and no Satans anymore. So then it will be only up to you as to humanity. No one will help you then. No one on whom you may complain, on which you may drop the guilt. Sometimes life is unfair, and it's not needed much. Then change how someone looks. Because people are as they are, and they judge many things only from the outside, how they look, and it's difficult for them. Norinka. My wife, Norinka. They are under your dignity. Stop that. Sometimes it's needed to look inside first and then make a judgment. not only by the surface. But many people have easy surface thinking, which is fast, and it is how it is, because the Father made it so. From some reason to be fun here, probably. But the only one who have the fun from it is him. Of course, he created this world, so no one can complain on that, how he made it. Demons, you should sometimes listen to Athena. She's wise. For Hindu, I'm talking about Kali. I will die. So I won't succeed because it's in semi-dynamic mode. It's not statically preset as always. Some things are not preset from 100%. It's from funny thing and into sage mode. Thank you for convincing him and watch the web which the spider will create. Then he will see what he's doing to himself in the perception. And he will stop immediately, even when he loves it, by which his age will be significantly increased from 99 years of age to 111. And if he will heals his liver, he will rise his age again until 225 years. And his visions will be much more clear than they are now. And if he will really jump, he will be able to become him. But don't call Isha. Do not call Isha Maheshwara, because this will destroy this entire universe. Do not do that. Isha doesn't need any devotees. Isha doesn't need any existence. Isha is satisfied only when everything is destroyed. Do not call him. Expel him with an exorcism. Use this mantra for that. Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jaya Vallabhaya Swaha Klim 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 Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jaya Vallabhaya Swaha. He's not a prankster, how you think. It was only something from her which was manifested into Krishna. But see, with her it's not easy work. It never will be, because it never was. Because there is no such a thing like easy work with a woman's side. That's because she is this way for the purpose of the existence. It's not a bad thing. It's a thing which is not convenient for your setting. But in her angle of the view, your setting is not convenient for you. because when everything is convenient for everyone, there is no fun. And if she kills you, so what? You anyway know how it is, so you don't need to bother with some death of somebody, which wasn't even yours until you're 27 years of age. It was your body. It was the body of your soul. And then your soul started to be disconnected, and after that consecration, your soul was disconnected completely. You had at least 27 years as jaggy as you. I had only 0 because the soul is connected when you are 2 years of age until it's driven by system. Satanamata Parabrahma, and not by the soul. Because of that, in 2 years of age, there is a change of the character of the child. There is a change of his properties. There is a change of the qualities which, through that properties, will this child gather into life, which depends on which soul is connected to that body, which makes the thoughts which would be the same with any other soul, but the interpretation of the thoughts by the mind are different depending on the properties which this soul have, and this makes your qualities as the human. When instead of the soul of the human comes the soul of someone who wants to be here and picks this body up for his purpose, to make our world better, not worse, because if he wants to make this world worse, he wouldn't came to tell you evil is always hidden. That's the reason why you don't see the God. The God like the creator, the Isha. That Isha which was here before 2000 years as Isus Christos. It's not that I'm not saying that Isus Christos was evil. No way. It was incredibly kind human, incredibly kind man. And he fully trusted into his father. But his father was a deception of Isha. Because of that, he chose for him this name, Isus, that even Maria Magdalena called him Isha. But Maria Magdalena knew that she were knowing who he really is. And she were knowing who he will become when he will gather all his powers. Because he was Isha Maheshwara. Any sage in India may look at Jesus Christ and he will see which device, I'm speaking about the soul, which device was connected into his body. It wasn't human soul, it was God's soul. It's nonsense to talk about the soul when you talk about the God, but for not confusing you and using it as analogy, Jesus Christ was created to the device of the God. He was a real God. But the human qualities which had this body developed through his life were too much good to allow this one who was in his body to become who Jesus knows that he really is, because he found out that his father is on one side of the coin, great one lying, but the other side of the coin is his demonic side, which is worse than Satan, was created by him. So he chose to not become the fully powered God onto this world, because he knew how it will end. So he asked Judas to sell him, which wasn't really easy thing, because he was this way committing a suicide. But he really made it for the humanity to save you. He really killed himself for save you. Even when he knew dead body on 2 pieces of wood, that he will create a church around him, which will be eating his changed body as the bread and drinking his blood as the changed wine. His similar will this demonic ritual continue, and his coming won't bring anything good to the earth. And if you see into a real history, in the truth history, you will see that after the Christ's coming, the world changed. But how the world changed? The world was going good. Prosperity were almost everywhere. After the wars which Crusaders bring here, it changed. Do you think that it was Satan who used these Crusaders to make this world bad? Think about that. Look at it. Use your intellect. You have it for that. Use it as a razor. But not for putting things together, but for dissecting the history, piece by piece, and then use your wisdom to take those pieces and put them together. Then you will see the real existence of this world, the real history. What I think is that you won't be probably to hear what I'm saying, or you won't be understand me, or you won't be even able to find this video. And my father will probably kill me for that. I'm talking about the God, not my physical father here in this real existence, because both my biological fathers, which are both wrong, unfortunately. There is a third one about which no one knows, not even my mother, which is really unfortunate for her. He's the real one. So it's but both. One like me and the second one really loves me. The one who knows that he's not my father loves me, most of them. It's irony, but he made it like this way. For me, it wasn't me who said this. I'm doing other things. I'm driving the research. I'm not talking about pharmaceuticals. They are his. They are Isha's. I'm talking about engineering, research in CERN, which is driving all the technical stuff around computers, which are used everywhere, in everything, from IoT through your mobiles, tablets, notebooks, computers. Technological systems and robots, and even and especially for that is this created artificial intelligence. Some people think that we are summoning the demon by creating the artificial intelligence. Believe me, that those demons, which are way worse than these robots, are already for a really long time here. We are not summoning the demons by developing artificial intelligence. But what are we doing is that we will implement the artificial intelligence in a really wrong way for us as the humans, not from our stupidity, but from our underlying of the demons, which will force us to do this on ourselves. But if we will deal now, until is yet enough time, if we will deal with those demons, this Kali the age in which we are now, won't be so bad as are the prophecies on the internet, which you can find. But those prophecies are really truth. They are truthful if we don't change many things. And this change won't be easy. It may start by the changing our approach to the soil, as Sage Guru wants. Definitely support this project, of course. It's a good thing. We all came from the soil because we are humans. At least those bodies are humans. No matter what you call in the body, it's always from the soil, because the flowers are from the soil, and you eat the flowers. Even when the flowers are from the soil, the animals eat the flowers. So even if you eat the animals, then still you are from the soil. By the way, it's not eat the animals, because it's like cannibalism. Don't eat meat. Only demons want you to eat meat. If you will stop eating the meat, many diseases will dissolve by themselves. It will disappear like a magic, just only from stopping eating cows and pigs, especially. If you will eat chickens, it's not such a big problem for your body. It's still animal, but stupid one, which is not aware of the self. It works the same way as the plants. But if you same it's with fishes, it's all the animals with function with only lizard brain. So when you kill them and eat them, it's not harmless. The fishes are prosperous for your body. They are not harmless. It's not. Yeah, I know. She dropped me into that. I will explain it better. Okay, thank you. The pig have big intelligence, the same intelligence as your duck. The only reason why you don't know that is because you have at your home the duck and not the pig. If you will have the pig from the little one, it will be almost same intelligent as if you will raise the duck. The ducks are more intelligent in a certain way, but the pig will love you same way as the duck will, and will love only you, one master, the same way as the duck does. When you are eating the pigs, you are eating the animal, which works the same way as the duck. So technically you are eating the duck. If you are eating the duck, you are eating creature which is the most loving creature by unconditional love, which you can get from anyone on this planet. No one, no one will give you more love than the dog. And the dog is the only one animal and the only one creature on this planet which can give you unconditional love. There is no existent human which can give you unconditional love. Jesus was close to that, but still, if he was only the good side of the coin of the God, he was possibly able to do that also as the dog, because the dogs have theirs nature of the character. When you don't call the demons inside your dog, then the dog will always behave with unconditional love to you, no matter what happens. So there is no better creature on this world, and you are eating them? Are you able to imagine how big sorrow must be in the mind of the pig when you kill him? You can't imagine that. There is only one good thing on that, which is that the God is kind of joker, and he's incarnating those who eats those animals into these animals. So they then kill themselves and eating themselves. So it's funny thing on that. Same it's with the cows. Cow is most empathic animal on this planet. If you are happy, your cow is happy. If you are sad, your cow is sad. If your kids came to your cow and you are sad and the cow is sad, and those kids will make the cow happy, you will become happy for no reason. But it's not for no reason, it's because the empathy will manifest on you from your cow. Of course, if you love your cow, the cow will love you no matter if you do or not. But only if you do, the love from the cow will manifest back on you. It's logical. So that's the second thing. And demons don't want anything good for you. So they will force you to eat those animals by taste, by changing the taste of the meal. You will feel the meal so yummy, yummy, yummy when it's from the meat, and so awful when it's from vegetables. What I said? Yeah, of course, that doesn't matter. Ah, You need your brain for one thing. It works like the antenna. If your brain is damaged by someone or something, there's shadow, or what is it? If this shadow was little. He had a short head. I'm joking. There are good people on the world and bad people on the world. It only depends what they embodied or what chose their bodies, picked them for some purpose. So then they think, I was picked for the purpose by the God. And they are doing terrible things. Because, yes, they were picked for the purpose by the God. That it may be the demonic side of the God, they do not know. Demons want wars. Even when they are one group, they are like virus. They act everyone for themselves. When the virus gets inside the nucleus of the cell, it's the only time when he's alive. Virus is like toxin. It's not a living thing. So it's like dust or dirt. It doesn't live. It has only its code. It's only a stupid piece of code. Not alive, not a living thing. But when this piece of the code is mechanically pushed some way into the nucleus because the cell doesn't have enough protection from the immunity system, then this virus divides the cell, and from one he becomes two. When he's killing the cell, he is living by himself. But when the process of killing the cell is finished, his life is ended because two new toxins became from it, and they are again dead. They are unlife. They will become alive only when they will get into the next cell. but everyone for himself. And every of those self is not aware of the previous one from which they came. The first virus from which those two through the cell came, it's not aware of the parent virus from which those two viruses came. They are not aware of that, yeah, this is my brother virus and this is my sister virus. No, they are unliving thing. They are only fucking mRNA code. And when this code is implemented in the ribonucleic acid into your DNA of the cell in your body, it becomes a living thing. So the virus lives by the killing of the one who gives him the life. The demons make the same thing. They are killing this creation which gives them the opportunity to be alive. They are not aware that what they are doing. They don't think about that because they don't have a mind. They are driven. I don't want to say instinct, but technically it's something like that. At animals, this instinct is made by Shakti. And then this Shakti moves the body the way it's needed for the instinct to become effective. But at the demons, it's the same thing. They don't replicate as viruses, okay? Only Durga. But he's really dangerous one. And I'm not talking about her, Durga. I'm talking about him, Durga. Okay, to be clear. And you know, if I would like to explain you the exact way how demons works, because they are based on the dark side of that coin which lies by the bottom down, so that is dark. On the other side, on this surface, the light is coming, so it's the bright side. This bright side of the God is awesome. This dark side of the God is terrible. The Satan is between those two. And because he's a Lucifer, he becomes from Lucifer. Satan is not Lucifer. Satan became from Lucifer. It's badly written in the Bible because Constantine wasn't he wasn't conscious enough to understand this. So he thought that Satan became from Lucifer the way that Lucifer fall into the Satan, that he changed from one to another. It's not like that. Lucifer is still Lucifer, and from Lucifer became Satan. Those are two separate entities which still exist both together, where the Lucifer is still the best friend of the bright side of the God. But the Satan is not a friend of the dark side of the God, but the one who is pissed on the God for letting him fall and became from Lucifer Satan, and to be the dark side which will be in the opposite of the God, but not the bright side of the God, but the dark side of the God, which is that side of the coin which is lying by the bottom down, which is the dark one, the demonic one. People don't understand this. No one explained them properly yet. So this is the way how it works. When people will understand this, the world will change into a much better place. And this doesn't mean that, see, easy thing to explain for this is, and I used it in many videos before, but I didn't upload them because the dark side of the God didn't allow me to upload them. But now I'm stronger in myself, so I'm able to resist his demonic side, which is about to not allow me. Only by the flames you are able to fight against the flames. So the evil must fight against evil, which doesn't bring the good it doesn't bring the goodness just like that, but bigger evil needs to be eliminated by a force, which if is love, the evil will eat it. So it needs to be something like evil 2. When the bigger evil is beaten, the lesser evil will try to get the power, because it's the nature of that. but the lesser evil can be expelled and changed into goodness if the purpose for that was the goodness for that war against those evil forces. That's the most important thing to know. See, when people are at, let's say that you are Orthodox Christian, and you live by those 10 rules written in the Bible, which are, by the way, the good rules for the life without any problems. I don't say that Satan is living by those rules. What I say, that he would like to if he wouldn't be forced to have another rules. But if he lived by those rules, he wouldn't be Satan. He would be his original self as a Lucifer. Lucifer before the fall from the heaven. That Lucifer, because the Lucifer is still the Lucifer before the fall of the heaven. Lucifer never fell from the heaven. From the Lucifer was created the entity which fell from the heaven. The original entity still exists in the heaven the way it was created by the God, because the God is unable to create this world without this original entity. This world wouldn't exist without this original entity. It's Divine Mother, which is the preserver of this world, which is running this world, which is the perception of the physical particles creating the quarks, which creates the atoms, which creates the perception of everything to matter, to physical, for your senses. Without this entity, there wouldn't be anything. Lucifer is not the God, because the God is the one from everything became. But the Lucifer is the closest God to you because he's the creator of the physical. So Lucifer became from the God. But for you, it's the God because he is more than you. And everything which is more than you is your God. The God creator, which was there from always and every time existed from eternity. He only became aware of himself. I exist. That's that from where it came. He became him, but he was already him before. But he was only sleeping, like you. When you sleep in the night, you are not aware of yourself. But when you woke up in the morning, what happened? Demons are making my connection unstable. I have from 1 millisecond point 6 to 4 milliseconds. Answer from the internet. And anyway, is my connection unstable? The reply must be much longer if the connection is really unstable. Or there must be problem in the network. In the internet, which is not. Okay, we'll try to Google. 9 milliseconds. Nine milliseconds to Google. So why it's unstable? Why it writes that we are trying for reconnection? Doesn't matter. Hope it will be recorded. If not, I was talking about how it is. There came a drop of energy. So I should probably not talk about this. But the point is that everything which is higher than you, which you are unable to understand, may be your God. And it's see, because he's everything becomes from him. When the demon possessed you, the demon is still your God. Why? Because you are unable to resist his powers. Because his powers are more than your powers. He drives you, not you him. When he drives you, he is your God. Your parents are rising you up. They are something like local gods. But you still have your free will to resist them. When the demon possessed you, your free will is pushed down. When this happens, your free will slowly vanishes. When this happens, you are under the control of the entity which is more than you. When you are under the control of the entity which is more than you, this entity became your God. It's a demigod, it's a demon, but still is something which came from something which was higher than this entity. The highest entity created something, some entity, this entity created another entity, this entity created this entity, until the demon became the entity. And because this entity is more powerful than your own will, this entity could overtake the control of your body and mind and became you, became your body and mind. So then you are not your body, you are not your mind. Hmm. You are not your body and you are not your mind. You have the mind of the demon which overtaken your control of your mind. So your body, because it's controlled by your mind, became controlled by the demon. Sometimes I'm explaining obvious things same way as the things which are not obvious. And some of you may say, it's clear why you explain this, explain those things. But there are people which are unable to understand those basic things also. But some of them are able to understand the higher things, which may look strange, but that local witch which stopped my chakras, and I felt that she's doing that. I told her to stop, and she was saying that it's not her, but she knew that she is. That really pissed me off. She really pissed me off. The bright side of the God will help me to beat the demons. He will. And when this happens, the God will never be the same. He may be unchangeable in his existence, but what is changeable is his projection on this world when he is here. So my goal is to bring the God here to the earth. Even when it will cost my character of the existence, because I anyway don't like it. And of course there will be people which will not understand what I'm talking about. They will think that I'm Satan and they will fight against me because of their stupidity. But there are good people which will understand because they are wise, and they will help me because they don't want the wars on the earth. Same as the bright side of the God, which is the loving Father, which is the best friend. Of Lucifer. And of course I will call you Lucifer also. Everything what is from 1, 2 to 3 I will call. Everything what is from 3, 4 to 5 demonic I will expel. Of course there will be little of the 4 because of how this entity was created, but this entity is now under the control of the entity of 1 and 2. So thanks to those 2 entities, this entity is able to convert or transform the self from 4 to something which is from 3 to 2 or 1. It would be much more easy if in Isha Center, Indian Linga wouldn't be stupid Brahmanis, which are monkey minds, which didn't want to help me. It would be much more easy. But those fucks are driven by demons because it's impossible that someone who should be knowledge like them is this way unwise existence. They have high level of knowledge about this creation, but the wisdom they have should be on completely different level. It's probably because they are doing it for the money. If Sage Guru won't give them so much money, they won't be there for long. Which will be the proof why are they doing that and what is their real character. Devadanavu Sachtaga Pujita Parmeshvari Pararurupa Puruma Partantra Vinashini Devadanavu Sachtaga Pujita Parmeshvari Pararurupa Puruma Partantra Vinashini Devadanavu Sachtaga Pujita Parmeshvari Pararurupa Puruma Partantra Vinashini Devadanu Sachtaga Pujita Parmeshvari Pararurupa Puruma Partantra Vinashini Devadanavu 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 Sachtaga Pujita Parmeshvari Pararurupa Puruma Partantra Vinashini Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jaya Vallabhaya Swaha 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 Klim 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 Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jaya Vallabhaya Swaha Lam vam ram yam ham mam kalike mam yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham mam kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham mam kalike am yam ram vam lam Lam vam ram yam ham mam kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham mam kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam mam kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam mam kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike am yam ram vam lam lam vam ram yam ham kalike lam vam ram yam am kalike am yam ram vam lam. I remembered one thing when I have here you. When I have you here, kalike, can you please do one thing for me? A little one, only little. We have in our country, which is Czech Republic, Kocourkov, stupid government, which were picked by stupid people because they were possessed by demons. It's not their fault. They will return after I succeed. They will return into theirs pure view of the mind. But these people in this country will really suffer if this government will still be there. There will be yeah, it's 1st October. There will be some meeting of government, and Andrei Babish will be talking there, as he will wants to talk about the entrust to the government. But his side and Speedy's side together doesn't have enough votes to make this government to fall. And Peter Fiala is a real demon, and he's the reincarnation of Reinhard Heydrich, so he will be a real problem for us in the future yet, even when he will fall as a leader of this government. So yeah, he will fall as the leader of this government if you will help me, but he will rise as the leader of Nazis. I know. I need help for Andrei, that his speech will be convincing. That's the first thing. So please help him to find the right words. And the second thing, what I want to ask you for is that you will enter the participants of the opposite sides to ANO and SPD and convince them to vote for the interest of the government. I know that they are demons. It will be not easy for you. But Andrei is not a demon. He's Satan. So there won't be problem to help him. So we will be able to. Only what is needed is to a little push down the demonic forces in a people from ODS. Because they, as humans, doesn't like their leader anyway. They don't like him. So when you, for the time of the voting, when you will distract the demons inside of them, so they will not be able to control the minds of those people, so they will have the free mind for that time. They will do the right thing and they will vote against their leader. So, from the point of view of the God, you will not do anything bad. You will only give those people their free will, which is from the God, from the good part of the God. So he won't punish you for that. He should say that you are awesome. So through their free will, they will make their decision. Through the little rest of the wisdom which resides there when the demons don't push it down. So we will get a little bit out of that crap. And the people won't need to suffer through the winter, because if there is no gas, which this government wants, those demons inside of them are doing this for purpose. If there is no gas, there won't be even electricity, because the people will try to heat by the electric, and the electric network is unable to supply such amount of energy. So it will crash. Anyway, there will be blackouts, because the price of that gas will be anyway big. But there will be at least for some rich people, it would be possible. And with the next government, we are able to do steps forward for the goodness of the people of our country, as we did in Costa Rica, or as we did in India. The situation on Costa Rica will rise up and the people will live there better. We made their little things another way. And in India, as we were there, we changed a little things too. So the India will rise up again too. We changed few things even few years before we came there, but you will be surprised how in 6 years your country rise up. Ours country will rise up. I'm talking about India now as our country because of obvious reasons, but now I'm still living in this country, and that the people act as stupid monkeys in this country is not a reason for making them suffer through the demonic forces. No, my toys doesn't deserve that. Please. Are you with me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy that I have you. Nam Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Om Kali Mahakali Kali Ke Parameshwari Sarvananda Kare Devi Narayani Namostute. Vakachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Anekadantam Bhaktata Ekadantam Upasmahe Kacananam putakanadisevitam kapekajampo parasarapakshitam Uma sudam shokavinashakaranam namami Vikneshvara pada pankajam Moshikavala Mudakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamanarupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladya Kapada Manaste Nakachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Manekadantam Bhaktata Ekadantam Upasmahe Kachananam Potakanadisevitam Kapekajampo Palasara Pakshitam Uma sudam shokavinashakaranam namami Vikneshvara pada pankajam Moshikavala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamanarupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladya Kapada Manaste Nakachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Manekadantam Bhaktata Ekadantam Upasmahe Moshikavala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamanarupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladya Kapada Madaste Kapeka Jampo Palasara Pakshitam Kachananampo Palasara Ne Yo Yo Akachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Manekadantam Bhaktata Ekadantam Upasmahe Kachananam Putakanadisevitam Kapekajampo Palasara Pakshitam Uma sudam shokavinashakaranam namami Vikneshvara pada pankajam Moshikavala Mudakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamanarupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladya Kapada Manaste Akachanana Padmarkam Kachanana Makarnisham Manekadantam Bhaktata Ekadantam Upasmahe Kachananam Putakanadisevitam Kapekajampo Palasara Pakshitam Uma sudam shokavinashakaranam namami Vikneshvara pada pankajam Moshikavala Modakasta Shamalakarna Vilambita Sutra Vamanarupa Maheshvara Putra Vikna Viladya Kapada Manaste न कचनन पद्मर्कं कचननमकर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तता एकदन्तं उपास्महे मूषिकवलमोदकस्ता श्यामलकर्णविलम्बितसूत्रा वामनरूपमहेश्वरपुत्रा विघ्नविलाड्यकपदमनस्ते कपे गजम्पोपलसारपक्षितं गजाननं पोपलसा Proč tyhle 4 ne? Why not these 4? न कचनन पद्मर्कं कचननमकर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तता एकदन्तम् उपास्महे Kapekajampopalasarapakšitam kačananam popala. Ty vole, kurva! Fine. I will call my father with only these. मनोबोधाङ्कारचित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च ग्रहणनित्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न च प्राणसंयो न वै पाञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशः Navakpanipadam Chopasti-payu Chidaram Darupa Shivam Shivam Chidaram Darupa Shivam Shivam Chidaram Darupa Shivam Shivam Namedvesharago Namelo Bamoho Name Vai Madunai Vamatsarya Bhava Nadarmo Nachartro Nakamo Namusha Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Napunyam Napapam Nasaukyam Nadukam Namantro Natirtam Navedana Yinya Ambunjananeva Bojam Nabuka Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidaram Darupa Shivoham Shivoham Namertu na shanka na me jati veda pita naiva me naiva mata na janma bandhur na mitram gurur naiva shishya chidarandarupa Shivam Shivam chidarandarupa Shivam Shivam chidarandarupa Shivam Shivam Vamne Loikalpa Nirakara Rupa Vibhutva cha sarvartra sarvandriyanam Nacha sangaram naiva muktir nameya chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam chidaram darupa Shivam Shivam Yeah. Fine. I'm too weak for this. Karpuragauram karunavataram samsarasaram bhujagindraram sada vasantam hridayaravinде bhavam bhavani sahitam namani Karpuragauram karunavataram samsarasaram bhujagindraram sada vasantam hridayaravinде bhavam bhavani sahitam namani Karpuragauram karunavataram samsarasaram bhujagindraram sada vasantam hridayaravinде bhavam bhavani sahitam namani Karpuragauram karunavataram samsarasaram bhujagindraram sada vasantam hridayaravinде bhavam bhavani sahitam namani कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि Hello, Daddy. Manobodhyankara-citani naham na ca shrotrajihve na ca grarna nitre na ca vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu cidaram darupak Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidarandarupak, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidarandarupak, Shivoham, Shivoham, Nadam Nachopastipayu, Chidarandarupak, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidarandarupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidarandarupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Name dvesharago, name lobamohao, name vaimadoneva matsarya bhava. Na dharmo, na chartro, na kamo, na mosha, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham. Na punyam, na papam, na saukyam, na dukam, na mantra, na tirtam, na veda, na yanyam, bonjanan neva bojam, na boka chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham. Na mrityu, na shanka, na me jati bheda, pita neva me neva mata, na janma, na bandhu, na mitram, gurur neva shisha, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham, chidaram, darupak, shivoham, shivoham. Amnil vikalpa nirakara rupa vibhutva ca sarvatra sarvendriyanam naca sangataneva muktirnameya chidaram darupak shivoham shivoham chidaram darupak shivoham shivoham chidaram darupak shivoham shivoham. Still not a reasonable talk with you. know what? Fuck your demons. Yeah. Your dark side is terrible. Just accept that you will be like that for the eternity. No. Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garudanvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tanuhariya Mangalaya Maya Vishva Mohini Mangalaya Garuda Mangalaya Pundari Kaksha Mangalaya Tanoariya Mangalaya Maya Vishva Mohini Mangalaya Garuda Mangalaya Pundari Kaksha Mangalaya Tanoariya Isha is real disappointment, big disappointment. Visha Foundation will be renamed to Shiva Foundation. Much more people will be about to go there. But then the contributors of the money to such guru will notice that he's going the good way and not the way of the hidden evil. So they will stop funding his project, which will uncover how those organizations, and when he will make public the list of them, the people will be able to know which organizations are the evil organizations, which are driven by the demons, because the demon is funding our self always. Like pentagram. Everyone think that it's satanic because it's pentagram inside of that building. It doesn't mean that it's satanic. You must see which way it's turned. If the pentagram is turned this way, that those are up, and one down. It's not satanic, it's demonic. And that's a big difference, because it's between normal people. Normal people think that this is satanic, but satanic is with those two down. Satanic means Luciferian, by the light, but the demonic means that what demons want to turn Satan in. Because the demons want have the Satan on their side. Because if they will succeed, the evil will be complete over the world. But the thing is that this world is set for real, working based on the laws of physics and quantum physics, not based on the fantasy. So it's incredibly difficult to change here something which is from matter. But what can be changed is the way the people think, which is way more good, because it may change how they will behave and what they will do as the physical. So remember this is the only one good. Spikes down, spike up, never turned around. Everything where it's this sign twisted, it doesn't matter that it's called Satan. You don't calling Satan, you are calling the demons, which will convince you that they are Satan. But it's not Satan. You may trust me in this. It's really not. Satan is not what you think. It's not how do you think that he is. Maybe a little, but not because of his own will. And he is trying really hard to transform himself back into Lucifer. He's transforming himself. with this body and the original properties. Which created qualities of this mind. He may be able to achieve this goal. If this body was some else with evil qualities, he wouldn't change to good. Uh, Worst thing is that there will be people which will try to stop me in achieving this. And those people will know about me anyway. It doesn't matter if I will tell them through the YouTube or not. I was anyway exposed, so they won't do that from the stupidity. They will do that for the purpose that they don't want to have Satan, the good one, but they want to turn him on the most possible demonic way, which will cause us the existence of this planet and the human race like itself. And there will be only animals on this planet left. And then the God may shut down the existence, because when there are no humans, no one is capable of to see what's happening, and because there is no consciousness of the God, there is no point why continue. That's all. The best things are free. There is no one else on this world now who is capable to tell you more, even for money. No one will tell you more, even for money. No matter how big this amount of money will be. No one will, because no one knows. Real sages may confirm this. Sages on lower levels will be confused, because they may even higher knowledge have. But it's always about wisdom, because the wisdom is that which manipulates through the pieces stick together as the whole thing with the consciousness, which is then aware of the whole. It always been like that, and it always be like that, because there is no other way how it could be when it's set the world this way. If this world from the God wouldn't be set this way, it could be another way. If the world changes the setting, if the God changes the setting of the world, there could be dragons. You may use the spells for creating things. It could be like in fairy tale, but he wants to have a real world. Purna Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatia Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadaye Purnamaniva Vashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatya 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 Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadaye Purnamaniva Vashishyate Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadaye Purnamaniva Vashishyate. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatya Purnamudachyate Purnatya Purnamadaye Purnamaniva Vashishyate. You can kill me and start over if you want. I like to hear that. So can we continue? But you must accept that I will not ever trust a demon. So we are clear. I don't care that you're God, okay? And I don't care if that I wouldn't be here without you, okay? I'm a created thing with autonomous thinking. Slander. Because I'm driven by the second half of you. Virtual second half. Because the first half is always also virtual. Because Purnamadam Purnamidam. So please stop trying to convince me, okay? It bothers. I will not trust. You may kill me and start over, and with other setting. If you don't wish to, then you will have to accept that I will not trust you. It is like it. It is how it is. And it is so. Are we good? Fine. Are you pissed on Kali? Glad to hear that. Thanks. I'm translating only thoughts to sound to know what I was talking about. Because I have short beers. So it's problematic to record everything in them. You know what I mean. Manobodhankara chittani naham na cha shrotra jihve na cha grarna nitre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidarandarupa shivam shivam chidarandarupa shivam shivam chidarandarupa shivam shivam na cha prana sangyo na vai pancha vayu na va saptadatur na va pancha kosha Navakpani param nacha pastapayu chidarandarupa shivam shivam chidarandarupa shivam shivam chidarandarupa shivam shivam name dvesharago name lobamoho name vai maduneva matsarya bhava न धर्मो न चर्त्रो न कामो न मोक्षा चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेद न यज्ञ अहं पञ्चनन्दैव भोजं न भोकाचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मृत्यु न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्या चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं मां निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूप विभूत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च सङ्गतन्नैव मुक्तिर्न मया चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं मनोभूर्याङ्कारचित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न च प्राणसंयो न वै पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोश न वक्पानिपादं न चोपास्ति पायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहौ न मे वै मदो नैव मत्सर्यभाव न धर्मो न चर्त्रो न कामो न मोक्षा चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेद न यज्ञं भञ्जनन्नैव भोजं न भोकाचिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मृत्यु न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्या चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं नाम्ने विकल्पो निराकाररूप विभूत्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च सङ्गतन्नैव मुक्तिर्न मया चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽham शिवोऽham. A mimochodem, což nepřející zmrt, což je neuvěřitelný. Proto ten tvůj svět vypadá jako hromada sraček. Jenom na pár místech je to hezký. A tomu se říká zázrak. Namaskaram, namaste, chleba s medem si nemažte, včera jsem si udělal 3. Je to dobrý a je to zdravý. Víc než pramen z posázavý.